All right, here we go with the former UFC title challenger, Iron Michael Chandler. Daniel, you guys go way back. Obviously, we can talk about the athletic credentials. Some, though, have questioned his fight IQ in some of his big fights in the UFC.
Well, it seems like he wants to fight the fun fight,
right,
opposed to the fight that would seem to make sense to him. But let me tell you something, I'm not complaining. I enjoy every Michael Chandler fight. I enjoy watching this guy go out there and fight on his shield. He has A-plus skills across the board, and let's see how he applies them to the fight tonight.
And even in losses against high-level competition, he has had big moments. You do get the sense that Michael Chandler may always be just one win away from that elusive shot at the title yet again. Michael Chandler, he has graced the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so here's the undisputed UFC lightweight champion and one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Islam Makhachev. You trained alongside this man for years. He has every skill in the book, and the X factor tonight is that Chandler in his corner.
Yeah, that's one of his brothers, is what they call him. Islam Makhachev, though, is the guy that really does strike fear in so many lightweights' minds. He's a guy that possesses wrestling ability. He's a guy that possesses striking ability. The grappling is second to none. And just his size and physicality is so difficult to deal with. He is a tremendous fighter, and he will be pushed even more forward with the presence of his good friend, Hasbulla.
You do wonder, though, if the opposing corner is a little bit intimidated given Hasbulla's presence in the Makhachev corner. Islam Makhachev, the man many of these fight fans have come out to see here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. To get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Iron Michael Chandler. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, here's the lightweight contender and former Bellator champion, Iron Michael Chandler. When he signed with the UFC, he was very clear about his intentions. He wanted to fight only the best, and that's exactly the way his career has played out. That being said, this man is hell-bent on realizing UFC gold, and when it comes to this particular matchup, he says he's got to get a knockout. Decisions aren't going to be good enough to get him where he wants to go, and he believes, given the striking defense on the other side, there will be opportunities to close the show. All right, so there's that power. Oh!
He's in a lot of trouble.
And mixes in a takedown. Why not? Excellent ground and pound strikes here by Islam Makhachev.
Beautiful ground strikes landed. Yep, gotta be very careful there.
Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Effective utilization of the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev.
Oh, he's going triangle here.
Oh, look out, folks. That is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. It looks like he's getting close to his arm triangle. All he's got to do now is isolate the arm, get his head down to the mat, and squeeze, and his opponent will have no choice but to tap. Inside control, you got a ton of options. He goes knees on belly. Big right hook there by the champ.
Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slip through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
Chandler's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. Seconds left. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Round 2 is next.
Stop.
What a round it was for him, DC. And of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
Michael Chandler gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Unable to connect with the right hand there. Oh, huge right hand from Michael Chandler yet again, and not unlike the one he landed on Dan Hooker a few years back.
I mean, Michael Chandler is a beast. I think he's one of the best athletes we have in the UFC. He works extremely hard, and he's one of those guys that you just want to root for. He's got great power. But don't forget about that wrestling background that allows Chandler to get the...
How about the judo toss there? Judo 101. Makhachev's in half guard now. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat? Oh, right into mount.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Oh, going for the arm bar now. That might be tight.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be sit tight.
Oh, belly down now.
That is a beautiful transition to try to get the finish. Right to the knee on belly.
I know you've got a huge appreciation for this.
Oh, I mean, this is high-level grappling by both of these guys.
Makhachev's back in full mount. Well, he is really seeing things well offensively here tonight, and he's caused a lot of swelling there on his opponent.
You got to address this now, because it's only going to get worse. Your opponent is not going to let you off the hook. You've got to move. You've got to change something to try to deter him from going to that spot.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control, because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Makhachev's right back to the full mount. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. 30 seconds to go in round 2. Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. And the horn sounds on round 2. All right, the fighters head back to the stools, and certainly it's a tale of two corners. One man can barely see out of one of his eyes, and if the doctor sees that visual, he might call an end to the action. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much, and if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Oh! Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing.
Oh, there we go. He passes the half.
Good, solid strike on the ground. Side control now. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev.
That was a slick transition.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter, and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Oh, another beautifully placed shot right on that swollen area. Referee might call for the doctor here, sir.
This is a terrible position.
Big shots landed by him now. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here.
He's setting up the armbar.
Oh, he might be in trouble here.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
Just work.
Whoa, submission defense. He gets out.
In that moment, it looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an armbar.
All right, looks as though, oh, heavy shots raining down.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Another ground and pound strike lands.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Makhachev's right back to the full mount here. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. Great submission defense on display tonight.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds.
Here we go.
All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and the doctor's not going to let you continue as a one-eyed fighter. You all can see the swelling around his eye. It is awesome, and I'm not sure how much longer he can stay in this fight. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now. I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an opportunity.
Chandler gets tattooed by that stiff jab. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
A lot of trouble. Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's over.
Oh, that's What a moment in this man's career. A huge finish in front of a capacity crowd. After party's gonna be on fire. How about it?
I mean, I'm just sitting here stunned, because to watch a young athlete have a performance like this was really amazing. The finishing instincts, his ability to close the show, it was next level. It was amazing, John.
The official decision is in. That's where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 31 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
So there he is in full celebration mode now, the undisputed, reigning, defending UFC lightweight champion of the world. He came in with all the hype, with all the pressure, and he rose above it here tonight, getting his hand raised by way of the TKO. And if this #1 contender had nothing for the champion, I'm just not sure who at 155 pounds is going to beat this guy.